Hello people, it's that time again. It's Mic Drop with episode 33 of the Soulvent Records podcast. This is Pixel from Low R. This is our next release on Soulvent Records. Goes like this. And if you haven't seen the artwork for this yet, it really is something special. I know I say that about every single artwork. But Jack Polar Higgins might have outdone himself this time. I'm sure you'll recognise it. Well, people of a certain age will recognise the kind of theme. And I can tell you that we've also managed to convince Ben Loar to dress up in a style in keeping with the artwork. So really looking forward to how that pans out. This one's out on the 19th of Feb. This one's new out on Goldfat, called Stardust by Pixis featuring Mike Kiss. This one's a new remix from DRS and Dynamite.
It was love at first sight when I saw that. I held that microphone tight, ain't got no time to fumble. Click suit, I was skanking in the name of. When I said step, 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 no, that was not a stumble. It was love at first base when I heard that. cooking those reggae roots up, yeah, that's my favorite gumbo. Don't need a map, I was never lost inside them. With all the power now, the tower, it could never tumble.
See, I was brought up in the legendary days of it was all about the music and our lives were humble. But I knew I'd always make it in this game. Base a system for your list and make your system crumble. See, I was brought up in the legendary days of it was all about the music and our lives were humble. But I knew I'd always make it in this game. Base a system for your list and make your system crumble.
Super keen to hear all the remixes on the upcoming Hospital 25 project. I really used to hammer this when it came out. Something like 2009, I don't even know. And the video is up on the YouTube as well for Hospital. Really cool, back to the original artwork with all the fridge magnets.
Fever up in Century was so official. Stand your horn, flash your lights around, just blow your whistle. We kept the corner warmer, smoking on some fresh thistles. Love the acetate selection to the bone gristle. Cool FM took care of all the airways. So I made sure I'm in range, that's where the vibe stays. On the pull up, man, we're talking about hopla. Real magic times, abracadabra.
Yeah. Appetite, how you been born in this crazy? Blaze, you gotta speak the truth, live a proof I'll born you. Maybe you like it to be soundboy in the name of. Maybe you like it to be soundboy in the name of jungle. Appetite, how you been born in this crazy? Blaze, you gotta speak the truth, live a proof I'll born you. Maybe you like it to be soundboy in the name of. Maybe you like it to be soundboy in the name of jungle.
This tune is by Willem and Hadley, called Invisible, featuring Rhea and Colette Warren, out now on Willem's Mercs label. Just having a look down the playlist for this show, and we've got some good stuff in here. So stay tuned. This could be a lengthy show. Love this one. Out now on Liquid V. Sublime and Simple Souls. It ain't easy. And speaking of it ain't easy, it ain't easy for all those hard-working people vaccinating people left, right and centre against COVID. Keep doing what you're doing so we can return to normality ASAP. Big shout to the jab givers back in Basingstoke. I did my mum on Sunday and gave her the vaccine. Good to finally see the UK actually doing something well for once when it comes to this pandemic. Let's hope we can just see it through to the end. Looks like we're on track for the 15 million. Here's to the next 15 million. This one's a new one from Paul SG on his label Jazz Sticks. This one's featuring Pouyah, Pouyah, and the tune's called Too Niche. So a bit like the last show, we are filming this one on video. We managed to get a couple of clips out of the footage, but as I'm not a videographer, the footage wasn't of great quality. Tried some serious post-processing for the stuff we could salvage. And the other shot, I'd cut my head off. Nevertheless, I think we're alright this time. We shall see. Or you shall see, I should say, on YouTube. Here come the hurters. This one's a new one from Mistrust called Hooked, and it's out now on Archway Records. This one's called Rave Chatter from Coherent. Out now on Shogun. Cannot wait to be having some rave chatter of my own. This is Still Miss You by Technomatic featuring Charlotte Haining. On Technomatic's new label, Technomatic Music.
If you're holding out in the hope I won't find out.
And I think this is exactly what you'd expect from a Technomatic featuring Charlotte Haining tune. It's amazing. Can't believe this collab pairing hasn't happened before.
There's no point in trusting you, 'cause I don't really need it, and I don't really want this, but it doesn't change the fact that I still miss you.
Keen to see what else is coming on Technomatic Music.
And I don't really want this, but it doesn't change the fact that I still miss you. Doesn't change, no, no. Doesn't change the fact that I still miss you. Doesn't change, no, no. Doesn't change the fact that I still miss you. Doesn't change, no, no. Doesn't change. Doesn't change, no, no. Doesn't change.
The next tune I'm going to play is quite old, but that doesn't mean it's not amazing.
Doesn't change the fact that I still miss you.
If you've been following on Twitter recently,
Doesn't change the fact that
you'll see that
I miss you.
we need to be sending some support and some love to Miss Jenna G. Because she's been having some issues with her catalogue. If you don't believe me, go and try and find this tune and buy it.
Try to explain, I know it's complicated, but I still have this feeling, more serious than butterflies. My inside so sore, finding it hard to let go, 'cause I'm still in love, with you, baby.
Still in love with this tune.
I'm in love.
Sending big loves to Jenna G.
I'm in love with you, baby.
Hope you managed to sort the situation out. Love to hear more music from you.
I'm still in love with you.
I would wager that 90+% of the people listening to this show, or 90+% people that call themselves drum and bass fans, have heard this tune before.
I'm still in love with you, baby.
You can find it, go and buy it.
I'm in love.
And I won't blame you if you don't know this tune. It's a tune that was, I believe, only on the Japanese version of the Logistics album, Reality Checkpoint. This one's called Shanghai Skyline. Again, go and buy this if you can find it. Like some woodblock techers going on in the background there. Being played in a massive echoey room. The little things, you know, you got to listen for them. Logistics spent the time to put that in there. The least you can do is listen. And appreciate. Right, so it's that time for another fader down job. As great as Shanghai Skyline is, I want to play this tune. And the reason I want to play it is it's just surpassed a milestone on Spotify, which is 300,000 streams. It's the man from Japan, it's Mountain with Stillness. Song just has me thinking about and praying for some holiday. The next holiday I do get to have, there's not going to be much stillness involved. big things coming from Mountain this year. Some important news coming real soon. I remember saying in previous shows that I'm dancing around my living room like an idiot and you'll just have to take my word for it. Well, now you don't have to. If you watch this on YouTube, you'll see me. I have to do some talking over this bit because usually I like to start the show with the most recent release on Soulvent and end the show with the release that's coming next. However, because typically we don't put anything out in January, albeit we've done a podcast, I've kind of got a little bit ahead of myself. So in the last one I played the Askel Elere tunes before it was out, and now I ended the show with the B-side of the Low R single that's coming on the 19th of Feb, and I started it with the A-side from the Low R single that's coming on the 19th of Feb. So now I'm ahead of the schedule. So here is the release after Low R. I can't tell you what it is. Well, I can tell you it's a banger. I can't even remember the release date. Sometime after the 19th of Feb. I'll give you a clue as to who this might be. They have featured on one of our Soul Sessions live stream series that are now all up on YouTube. So I can't promise that they would have played this in that. I don't know whether if it would have been finished by then, but anyway. Go and watch them all and try and figure it out. And because I played all of I can of the upcoming Askel Elere material, I'm going to play one of my favourite of their tunes now.
Nothing that I'd rather do. Nothing I tell you. Since it's been so long since I've gone without you, and I know nothing else. I know that there's a difference in a life of mindless distance.
This is a belter. It's called Distance. Out now on Midnight Sun Recordings, which is a Finnish drum and bass label, if I'm not mistaken. And where the boys cut their teeth, I believe. So speaking of Askel Elere, obviously you've bought the latest single, Get Up. You've seen them and heard them on the last week Liquid podcast with Mill Street. If If not, go give that a follow because it's a cool show. And they've also had Inmost on there. Simon's also had Inmost on there. Big up to you, Simon. You should also check out the Get Up music video, which is again some creative mastery from Jack Higgins. Just go watch it, you'll get the idea.
I know that there's a difference in the life of mindless distance.
And as a special treat for the people that watch this on YouTube, we are going to splice in somewhere the interview that I've had with Yuho and Siny, just to talk to them about what's going on and now they're signed exclusively to Soulvent. It'd be remiss of us not to have a chat with the guys. So go check this podcast on YouTube and you'll see that.
There's nothing that I'd rather do. Nothing. I tell you, since it's been so long since I've gone without you. There's nothing that I'd rather do. Nothing. I tell you, since it's been so long since I've gone without you. I know nothing else. I know that there's a difference in the life of mindless distance.
This one's forthcoming on Spearhead from the mighty Seba. Featuring Emily Harkness, called Breathe Deep. Seba ever made a bad tune? I don't think so. Yeah, this one's coming out on a 4-tracker called Breathe Deep. Can confirm all tracks fire. I will give a massive, massive gold star to anyone that picked this tune. It's Super Marimba by Donnie Dubson. And this has got to be 2007 or 2008, that sort of time frame. From a EP/LP called Liquid Soldiers on a lesser known label called Have a Break Records. And this is just a feel good tune, so sometimes when we dig real deep in the catalogue, come up with gems like this. I hope you like it. This is my kind of vibe. More top bongos work in the background. This tune is by Colossus. And it features Echo Motion. With Jess Ratcliffe on vocals. The tune's called Wake Up When It Comes.
Open your eyes for me. Let in the lights.
And it's out now on, I think it's Soul Deep. Yeah, pretty sure Soul Deep. Big up Toby, keep doing what you're doing. Go check out the latest album from Colossus called Third Face. I think it's a self-release as well. Man took a break from producing and came back and is doing stuff like this.
I can't think for you. All I can do is tell the truth. And when you turn a blind eye, you just confirm my reason why. I can't seem to find a reason to stay when we go round and round and round in circles every day. Every day. Open your eyes for me, let in the light so you can see. Let in the
This is another one off that EP on Merked, Unison EP. Tunes by Chris Monkey and Strafe. Monkey spelled M-U-K-Y. And this features the wonderful vocal stylings of Ruth Royal, who we absolutely love here at Soulvent. And you should too. The tune's called Crystal Glow. looking forward to seeing what Miss Ruth Royal comes out with this year. Have a feeling it's going to be special. So many strong female vocal tunes in this podcast. Don't think it was an accident. This one's called Silent Show. Sent to me very recently, actually, by Henry. And this features Echo Motion as well. Yeah, the tune's called Silent Show, featuring Crystal Alice. Yeah, Sure Henry and Echo Motion are names you are going to hear more and more of. Names you are going to hear more and more. Names you are going to hear more and more from. All of the above. Got a few more tunes left. No need for you to go anywhere.
I dreamt about you before. Now I find us on your bedroom floor. You leave me with a warm glow. Let me out in your silent show. Take my hand and hold it so I know
Funky Boy. It's New Disco by the Vanguard Project. Coming on that Volume 7 EP. Feel another hurter coming on. This one's called Cult Process by Particle and Clinical. Forthcoming on Critical. Part of Particle's audio-visual EP. So I'm gonna as we get towards the end of the show, I'm gonna leave you with the A side of the super secret dub plate I played earlier in the show, because I like to treat you guys, you know.
You close your eyes, open to find a strange new world of fire.
More top shelf female vocal stuff here.
Something changed, it's not the same. I'll close your doors and stay away this time. Just get lost. Windows getting bolder.
Like I said, can't tell you who this is or when it's out.
No, it's not the same.
But you might recognise the vocalist. I know I said this at the end of the last show, but ideally, by the time it comes to doing the next show, Boris Johnson will have given us his roadmap and Matt Hancock will have thrown some people in jail for 10 years. So we will be able to hopefully have some of the other team members here to support me. I'll do the mixing, I'll do the talking. Fingers crossed. Thank you for tuning in to this month's episode 33. I've been Mike Drop. You've been awesome. You always are. Go check that Get Up video from Askel Elere. Go check out Loar's single when it comes out, as well as the cool video content that's coming for that. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Say yes to your vaccine. See you in the next one. Bye. Cool. All right, I think it's recording now. Hi guys, I'm here with Askel and Elere, new Soulvent exclusive signings, and this is going to be part of podcast 33. Hi guys, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's great to speak to you.
What he said.
We've got we're having to do this over Zoom, but looking forward to meeting you guys in person. Hopefully later on this year.
Likewise.
Cool.
Likewise, exactly.
Yeah,
we have some plans,
excellent.
I guess.
Yeah. It looks
some events
pretty cold where you are, Saini.
Yeah, well, it's winter. It's been a lot of snow in Helsinki recently. It's like a surprising amount, like a few meters even, and it's rare because Helsinki is pretty warm compared to the rest of Finland, obviously.
Yeah. I saw a little part of the Get Up video, which we'll talk about later, where you're sat, I think Juho sat outside and you're basically up to your shins in snow.
Yeah, that's on our balcony, actually.
Yeah, we thought that it would be a cool spot to film in because it was the rare occasion of having a lot of snow, and it was on the balcony as well. And I didn't do my part in the house and empty it from the snow or of the snow, so we used it then, and it looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about the video in more detail in a minute. I've got some questions for you guys. So tell me about how you guys actually first met. It was at university, right? And my question was going to be, did you guys hit it off straight away? Did you always know you were going to end up as a duo?
We actually met way back in, I don't know what it is called in English, like primary school probably, like 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's primary school, yeah.
Yeah, like we were 12 years old or something. And I don't remember much because I was 12 years old, but
my memories are that I had met Juho once before school started on these like sand hills that people biked on, and I recognized his face in the schoolyard, and I just went to him, and he was like being nice to me and having me in the group, and we just, I don't know, it started from there.
Awesome.
And we ended up finding drum and bass, I guess.
Yeah. So you've been friends for a number of years, and do you think that helps you in your production process, right? Presumably you don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
we can be
something shit. We tell each other it's like it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, it shows in the results, right? It's all top quality stuff that we hear. So. Right.
Nice.
Are you guys doing music full time now, or do you still have like real proper jobs, as it were?
Well, technically yes, but also technically no. We're both unemployed, but using all of our time to make music, so it's all right. It's all good.
And
yeah.
Like, has the lockdown affected, or the COVID restrictions in Finland affected you in that way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, a few gigs were cancelled during the summer and during the spring too, I think.
Yeah,
but
it was looking pretty good for both of us to get some like proper jobs, but they fell through because nobody has any money to hire anyone.
Yeah,
so.
That's true.
Well, I suppose the silver lining for us is if it forces you to be in the studio, most part of every day, then we're going to see the fruits of your labor at some point soon, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking forward to it.
I mean, this is the rare occasion that I'm not home, which is also a studio. So it's, I guess, the one thing that breaks the rule, I guess. What's the word? There's a term for this in English, but I can't. Poikkeus vahvistaa säännön.
I know what you mean, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's a fun Finnish term to use, and it doesn't translate into English, I guess.
Okay. So tell me about like the journey to this point, right? To the journey to signing now. You had, it was your first release on Midnight Sun, right? And then Last Leaves with us in 2018. Was that your first release as a duo?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Glenn Physics from Midnight Sun Recording. Glenn released both of our first solo singles.
Yeah.
And then our first duo single was on Soulvent.
And
yeah, that's true.
It's just you've just gone from strength to strength after that, right? Delta 9, Focus.
Yeah, we've been doing our best. And you were right about the university in a sense that we both got into the same unit to study music production in 2015, 16. And that's when we really started to focus properly on making drum and bass.
Yeah.
And
cool.
yeah.
And how does it feel to be signed now? Like you can put on your CV that you're exclusively signed to a drum and bass label.
Yeah, exclusively signed artist duo. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing to have in the CV, definitely. And it's I personally feel it gives us more freedom and gives us the ability to be more ambitious about the music. So it's a really, I don't know, it's you can say it or put it in great words, I think.
Here's the word.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it's big steps for us, right? Because it's the first exclusive signing that we've made and was, a no-brainer really. So we're absolutely excited and ecstatic to have you. Did you have any other like offers on the table, or were we just straight in there, quick off the mark to get you guys pen on paper?
I wouldn't say it was well, we got one offer from another drum and bass label for publishing, I think, but there weren't really like drum and bass offers on the table. For me, it was my job that I had almost lined up in the spring. I could have had like a publishing deal within Finland for like pop music and stuff, but it didn't work out the way I wanted. So that it's better now. I think it's way better, this situation here.
We had a number of drum and bass labels like asking us for tunes a lot of the time, but Soulvent was the first to offer us an exclusive deal, and we're really happy that it was Soulvent to offer it because we love Soulvent.
Yeah. Definitely. It's been amazing to work with you guys. So it's
glad to hear it. Yeah, we're excited to work with you as well, and we feel sorry for all the people that you are not allowed to send tunes to anymore.
I know, right?
Yeah,
sucks for them.
Yeah, exactly. The early bird gets the worm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Siny, this is your on your latest single, Nothing More. This is your first credited vocal feature, right?
That's true.
So after I heard that, I was like, I've heard this voice before, and you featured on other tunes of your own, right? And
yeah, I sang on the first Elere release on Midnight Sun. I sang on Reasons Why, and then I sang on Distance as well, which we released as a duo. I was going to ask you about
Distance because that's like my favorite tune of yours. That's not a Soulvent one, obviously. All my favorite ones are Soulvent, but my favorite non-Soulvent tune of yours is Distance by quite some distance, to use a pun there. And I played it in the show. So I it's good that you're getting credited now, so people know who's behind the magic.
Yeah, I mean, back then I didn't have like an alias for vocal features for a reason that I didn't have an actual project for it. But now it seems like there is something to release under the Yenias label.
As well, just spelling your name backwards. It took me a second to twig it, and I worked it out. It fits well.
Yeah, it was a funny little like accident because I like the type, or I guess the way it looks,
Yeah.
And my friend in school, not Juho, by the way, which is weird, but it was this one producer guy that was like, if you ever make like a rap album, that should be your like alias. And I wasn't about to make a rap album, so I took it anyways.
I can't believe you have other friends.
Yeah,
rude.
I know.
How
I
rude
know.
is that?
Yeah.
Did you know
Feels
about
like
that
a
before
lie
you?
to say out loud.
No.
No. Well, breaking news here on the Soulvent podcast. So just want to talk a little bit about the Get Up video, because I think it's, you know, a piece of editing mastery from Jack. But how did like the idea come about? I mean, it fits so well with the tune name and like the sample, right? Whose idea was it to do a video like that?
It was either Jack or Joe. I'm not sure. They had this. I forget the name. I think Sane should take it from here because I don't remember.
Was it Groundhog Day first?
Yeah.
Like the idea was that we film like a Groundhog Day type music video that we start like the day multiple times in the wrong ways in a way until we find the right way to go through the day. But then we figured that it would be a bit too hard to actually go through with in the time that we had. So we just went with the simpler idea of getting up in different spots and locations and like recognizable spots in Helsinki. And
I like the bit with the escalator and like the face tracking stuff.
Oh yeah, the face tracking was Jack, and the escalator was us. So it's, I guess it's.
We didn't know at all what Jack was gonna do with the material. We just filmed like the shots and then let Jack do whatever he wanted, and the end result is so funny. I love it.
I don't like,
especially the first like clips when we get up and the face tracking gets like really intense. It's my favorite part of the video, definitely.
Quite trippy. And then you guys are like bouncing up and down with your guitar and your keyboard as well. That loops pretty well because we put it on one of the mail outs. Joe and I made it into a GIF.
Mm-hmm.
Really good loop.
It's that was, I think that was like, I don't know where we got it from, but it's like an old inside joke for dancing with friends. We've been doing that since like primary school as well, I think.
Yeah.
Just
really high level humor.
All the guys, all the kids that you went to school with, who, you know, maybe you didn't get on with everybody, they can see you now. They can see you with a music video and they can see you doing that, and you can go, see?
Mm-hmm. See? It's a thing. At least with us two.
So just tell me a bit about what kind of like drum and bass are you guys into? What do you listen to? What are your influences when you guys are making tunes? Start with you, Juho.
We try not to take too much stuff from current drum and bass. Although I must say, Alex Perez is a brilliant mind. Probably our biggest like drum and bass influence.
Yeah,
but we listen to a lot of different kinds of music, both of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in between us two as well. Like Juho listens to some more punk rock and like music played with actual like physical instruments, and I tend to steer towards like more trap and rap as well. Even though I'm not gonna make a rap album, I do listen to some rap music. Yeah.
Mate, never say never. Never say never.
Well, who knows? Well, I kind of do, but who knows?
There's always potential in the future. In speaking of the future, what are we allowed to talk about? What can you tell us about what's coming next?
We're working on a significant project, I guess.
Significant project.
But like to put it in more broader terms, I guess we're trying to find that sort of niche, that specific Askel Elere sound, which is the kind of sci-fi liquid thing.
Yeah.
And I think we're on a good path right now with that.
I think I know what you mean. It's hard, sometimes hard to put your finger on, but like Glass, that whole EP and Get Up and Nothing More now, like I think that sort of hits it on the head really nicely.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
That's something we went for.
Thanks for joining me today. Jack's going to put this into the YouTube version of the podcast, so our listeners on YouTube have got something else to listen to and look at rather than me just DJing in my front room. So really appreciate you taking the time to speak to me today, especially Saini when you're out and about. Look forward to
No. This is a mistake rather than rather than something that I'm compensating on.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, guys. Speak soon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Speak soon.
Cheers,
See ya.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.